Wait, I need to get my books up.
Oh my god!
I have the movie tie-in.
Oh, the movie edition. That's amazing.
Oh my gosh, we have
my
so
old
much
ones though.
variety.
I have the
Oh, that's
old
really-
UK.
Yeah, you have
Mine's
the older
upside down.
one.
I've
This
got
is
the
nice.
Peacock Show
And-
edition. It's just a permanent sticker.
Like, look at how bad copy this library edition is. It's like falling apart.
Wow.
It has water damage.
Someone
in
was
It
in
has
the
been much
bathtub.
loved. Yes.
Someone was. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the
Hello.
first Vampire Academy Read Along live show. We are discussing today Vampire Academy and Frostbite. And we are very excited. This is obviously we're going to go through the hosts and their thoughts, but because the books are very easy to read, we have decided to only do 6 live show for 12 books. And we're going to obviously start with only Vampire Academy. The only bad thing is I read them now back to back, and I'm like, what happened in each book? Don't know. But it will be fine. No, I know. So we're going to obviously start out with Vampire Academy and then discuss more Frostbite. And I'm going to hold back. I'm going to try my best because Frostbite is... Yeah.
What?
So, no, like, it's the best one. So, like, I'm going to try to keep it in check until we get to it, you know?
That's fair.
Wait,
What's
have
happening?
you reread all the books yet before? Or is this your first time rereading?
It's my first time rereading.
Mm.
I was going to get to it when we did the rounds, but I guess I can just start since you asked such a nice question. Because I realized when I was reading this yesterday that it's 14 years since I read it for the first time.
Wow.
And the best part about that is that I was 14. Like, it's 14 years
fun.
ago. I was 14. And I was just like, the math is just... I think that was really funny. And honestly, I feel like I want to be 14 again. Like, was any books better when you were 14? Like, now I hate everything. I'm a cynical, evil person. Yeah,
That's fair.
it was meant to be. It is crazy. Also, hello to everyone. What did you think about the first book? And we start off with you. You can introduce yourself. Have you read it before, etc.?
Hello, I'm Vish from Books with Vish. And yes, I have read Vampire Academy, the series, many, many times. I think I started as a teenager, and then I reread a couple times after that, and then I reread it again last year. So I didn't read this for this because I still remember it from last year. And no, it's such a great series. It does have its flaws, but it's fine. We'll get to that later.
Are we going to me? I'm Deb from DG Reads. This is, I think, my third time reading the first few books. I read the whole series, the whole first series at least, some years back. And then a couple years back, I needed a vampire book for a readathon prompt. I'm like, I'm just going to pull out Vampire Academy and binge it because I thought it would be easy and quick. And then I wound up going through the first 2 or 3 maybe on reread and didn't continue at that point. I'm not sure I finished the Bloodline series. I don't remember that part. But they're fun, easy. Like, I turn on a different part of my brain to read these. I'm not trying to be too critical in my fun with them, but they're like 3.5 4-star reads. They're a good time.
Cecilia, it's up to you.
Yes. Hi, it's me, Cecilia. First time reading these. First time ever hearing about these. Thought they were Vampire Diaries, which is totally my fault. That's me not looking up and looking into it because I wasn't much of a reader back when these were popular. So, but very excited to get into this, especially because I really love vampires and I have studied like vampire like other vampire books in college. So
Okay, but that is even worse. I'm sorry, I need to interrupt you. You say you studied vampire books and you still thought that this was Vampire Diaries? What are you telling me right now?
This is a heinous crime.
in my defense, it was more like classic vampires. We didn't go much into the teen
I don't know.
genre.
Vampire Academy is considered a YA classic, so I don't see the excuse.
You know what? My bad.
Cecilia.
My bad.
Honestly, I was just gonna say that I haven't finished Bloodlines. I started Bloodlines right after reading Vampire Academy, like the whole series, I mean. And then I was just like, I missed the others, and then I couldn't continue. And now it's been years. I haven't even checked the date for it, but I will see that when we actually get to that series. So I am like, I only read the first Bloodlines book and haven't read the rest. So like when we get to that, I haven't read them before. So, yeah.
I have only read the Bloodline series once. Can't remember
Ooh.
anything about them after that. So
Ooh.
it'll be fun.
Fun.
And it is, you know, totally randomly about the best character in the whole series. But okay,
Yeah.
I will hold back. I will hold back.
I don't know about Adrian being the best character, but you know.
I'm
what?
also curious who has or hasn't seen the movie or the TV or TV show.
Who's in the archive?
I'm crying. They were uneducated. Are you trying to make me puke live? Like, what is this? Why are you coming off me like this?
I'm sorry, I feel like I'm being attacked here.
Oh, well. Oh, we have a Amberly. Oh, hello.
Hello.
I was just like, did Amberly die? Because that would be really sad.
Amberly had a family thing and then got stuck in construction traffic on the way home.
It's fair. We
Fair.
just I think I'm lagging. We just shared our thoughts, like if we read it before, etc., on who we are. So it's all yours. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Hello. I have read these before, but it's been like 15 years, and the amount that I remembered was shocking, but also some of the things I managed to forget were equally as shocking. I had a good time rereading these. I think my initial rating on Goodreads for the first one was a 5. Now it's a 3.
What?
But it was a fun time.
Good lord. This is
Stand
worse than
jealous.
Cecilia's teachers.
Okay, you missed it, Amberly, but Cecilia thought that we were reading Vampire Diaries the whole time before we started. And it's just, I don't even know what to say to that.
My bad.
Just outraged.
Yeah, right.
Where do we even start? I think that we just start with the shortest summary in the world that Vampire Academy is about. This world where we have half vampires, evil vampires, and good vampires. And the good vampires has elemental powers, while the bad vampires want blood. I don't even know what they want, honestly.
Murder.
And then we have half vampires protecting the good vampires. And then we have Rose and Lisa, who, by the way, should have been lesbians together, I'm just saying. But either way, moving on. They have been on a run, and then 2 years later, after being on a run, they are being brought back to Sant Rosetta Academy. Is that what it's called? And then the whole first book is basically about why did they run away? That is the first book. Why did they run away? And then there's drama at school and a lot of slut shaming.
Pretty much.
Really, you can't give it 3 stars and then have that edition.
That's so pretty.
Yeah, it's mine.
But that means the chances of you getting them are going up.
Yeah, you just rate them lower and lower for each book, please. But yeah, so I guess what I want to ask, maybe talk about first, is maybe the world building, because I find it quite fascinating to be a YA fantasy that is very much strict rules, and that they do actually expand on that quite a lot in the first 2 books already, or the first book. So I think that it's not Brandon Sanderson, but it's a YA equivalent of actually being able to expand on its magic in its world pretty early on. What do you guys think?
I think the first book, honestly, it worked really well as a standalone where it could have stayed by itself. She built the world really well. And then as we went into book 3, I feel like she did a really good job book 2, expanding more and more as we go through this series. But just rereading the first book by itself, I did think that she did a really good job with the world building. There wasn't anything that you came across that you weren't able to understand.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. And I think for those who haven't seen the movie, basically the movie is book 1. There's a few little things from book 2 that get entered into it, I think, but it does work as a standalone. And you can tell with the movie, even they left room to create a sequel, but it wasn't like a necessity type of thing. And I think the book one worked the same way. But yeah, I've always liked the world building and kind of the different levels of who can do what, and the idea of, you know, the different races and their responsibilities and stuff. I have always thought was really well kind of laid out.
I think overall that the Daphirs, however we pronounce that, have it the worst. They can't make babies on their own. They're forced to dedicate their lives to either have babies and raise them, or to be guardians and die. No in between. That is their life. Like, at least in Moroi, I don't know, like they're chilling. We have guardians, and then we have like their obviously the royalties, etc.
I know this is weird, but like when I think of Dumpiers, you know how they said like Dumpiers, if they get with other Dumpiers, they make Dumpiers, but then if they go with Moroi, they still make Dumpiers. Just make me think of donkeys, because isn't that what happens with donkeys?
Yes, I think they made that like comparison. Somewhere in there where they're like, we're like mules or donkeys or something. Like we're like the guys, the male Dampiers are like mules because they can't reproduce.
Yeah, I think it is interesting.
Random.
I don't even know where to start. I my brain is just like, I just want to talk about one thing, and we are not even there.
Just book one, Sandra. Just book one.
Oh, what happens in book one?
Well, we have them coming back to the Academy. And
then there's dead animals. I actually, considering the fact that I read this 14 years ago, I remember exactly who was behind it and why. And I was just impressed with my brain. I'm like, wow, Sandra, you were on. And I can't even remember what I read yesterday. But 14 years ago, no problem.
I also started the book and immediately remembered who did it. But I did think that the events of the first book took place over like the first 2 or 3 books. So as I was reading just this book, I was like, oh wow, this all happened in book 1.
Yeah, I was surprised by that too.
Pretty jam-packed.
It is. And then there's like lots of drama, and like I was gonna say, we have the slut shaming, and that was one of the things that annoyed me the most about the book. It was all the slut shaming. I was annoyed. I love Rose. She's a sassy, great main character, but she was just like, oh, but I knew that I was much more sexy than the other girls because I have a C cup and they don't.
Yeah.
And because I have a C cup, I'm much harder than them. And I was like, girl,
I did pick up
I
on that a couple times.
Not appreciate it, but it's like because a lot of the books around this time period were all very much like, I'm not like other girls. And I was so glad that she didn't fall into kind of that kind of trope where it's like, I'm so ugly and I'm like so average looking.
Yeah.
Where she's like, no, yeah, I know I'm hot.
Yeah, but I'm like, you can be hot without looking down upon other girls.
Yeah, so it was bad in that way, but I was also like, I just was glad she wasn't as like the same like stereotype that we kept getting around this time with every character.
And I like the fact that she wasn't immediately good at everything when she got back, because she hasn't been in training all these years, and like, yeah, she's fallen behind, and yes, she's catching up faster than other people. Maybe she's the best of the best. That's what she's destined to be, but it took work, which I appreciated.
I honestly don't know how they survived out there in 2 years. Like, if Strigoi and stuff are actually hunting these people all the time, constantly, and Lisa is like the last princess of her line because her whole family is dead. I'm like, how do they survive? I know that Lisa like compulsed people, that was what they did, but I would still like 2 years is a long time, because they were 17 now. They were 15 when they ran away. When I was 15, I was an idiot.
There is actually in the back of the Fairy Loot edition, which I've definitely read it before, so she released it somewhere else. There is a side story about when they had run away. And like, you go through the events, like they do almost get caught multiple times, and Rose constantly moves them around. And it was actually more interesting than parts of the first book. But I really wish she might have included some of that at the beginning. But I understand why she started where she started.
Short stories in the end. Obviously, I don't have the 10th anniversary editions because mine are the same 14 years ago. Mini book we can think where. Wow, that's really cool. Hello, Aslak. There was one line I have to talk about because it was so funny. I started to laugh out loud because it's when they go back to school and they go into the cafeteria or whatever, and then they see Aaron with a new girl, which is Mia. And then she's just like, "Oh, Mia, she looked so young. She looked like an 11-year-old child. But she can't be an 11-year-old child unless Aaron became a pedophile when we were gone." And I was like, please. It's like, that's hilarious. But it's also like... That was the best line of the whole book.
It was good.
Yeah. But like...
Yeah, I don't know how. One of the things I managed to forget was Christian's existence. And then he popped up and I'm like, oh, hey, I remember you.
You're like, it's you.
But like Christian and Rose's relationship, like I know that, like I don't want them to be together, but they're like how they hate each other. I have an intense love for it.
Me too.
I just felt like I just pictured him looking like a stereotypical emo boy from like 2012, and I couldn't get that look out of my brain. So
you know, did you ever watch the Shadowhunter TV show?
Part of it.
Jace in Shadowhunter TV show plays Christian in the movie. Obviously, the less superior Jace, because obviously Jamie Campbell Bower is DJs. But
No.
yes,
I didn't like him as
Are we
Jace.
gonna fight again, Vish? What is going on?
Yeah, no.
Too old for for the teenage drama. There's a lot of teenage drama. A lot of slut shaming. Mia lying about Rose sleeping with people, but then she actually slept with them all along, guys.
wild.
And also,
it was incredibly nostalgic and like a time period. Like I remember being obsessed with these books when I read them 15 years ago. And the first thing I thought to myself when I opened this was, oof, this is written in first person. I can tell the last time I read it was a long time ago.
we also have Rose having to witness all of these dramatic teenage moments getting stuck inside her head. I'm just like, oh, that would be so uncomfortable.
What do we think of Lissa?
It's ups and downs with her, but I also know that she's sick, right? Like the spirit is making her a bit unstable.
Yes.
So like, granted, if I was super depressed, how would I act, right?
Yeah.
And she's also like a teen, so she has a lot of hormones as well.
Very true.
She
It's like an addiction level.
Stereotypical prom queen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Lissa sucking Rose's blood? And then they're horny, but they're not horny. It's like a whole thing.
I wrote a whole sticky note about it saying, I'm actually praying, hoping we get more gay vibes throughout. We did not, but you know.
There was another line when Mason had found out that Mia was the one sleeping with the boys. And then they were like, but you didn't do it together, right? And then one of the boys is like, no. And the other boy is like, but he said no, but it didn't seem like he minded. And it made me laugh so much. That was your gay vibes.
That was the gay vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that is my problem with Lissa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Throughout the whole series. So I don't like her at all.
Yeah.
Fair.
In the first book with Dimitri and Rose, we have the scene when they are cursed and start kissing. And I had forgotten that scene existed. I remembered a lot, but not that scene. And when it was happening, I was like, oh my god, this is so dramatic. I was like losing my shit. Because it's like so typical, you know, when you're a kid and you write fan fiction, you want like a scene like that, cursing them to having to be intimate, but before they're ready for it. And I think Richelle Mead did this one really well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but what do you think about Dimitri being 7 years older than Rose?
I said, somebody sedate me. I can't do this.
I mean,
I didn't have a problem with it at teenage time, and I don't have a problem with it now.
Exactly, same.
fantasy world, I don't necessarily think that things have to follow the same age conventions that we have in our world, because I mean, it's like in this case, they're expected to be grown up enough to fight and die and yada yada.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me as much from that perspective. The issue that he raises of, you know, that's dangerous because of our role as guardians and we won't protect, that I think is a even better argument against the relationship. But at this point, it's too late for that. They're already thinking of each other over Lissa anyway.
Right. I also took issue with it being more like he's like her teacher and mentor and more of a power dynamics versus more of an age thing. So like if he just happened to be like a guardian on campus or something and they like he wasn't teaching her constantly all day every day, I would be like
but it's like obviously in the real world when I was 24 I would never date a 17-year-old because that's weird. But granted, I ship Edward and Bella, and Edward is 109 and Bella is 17. So like what can I say, you know? What can I say? But that is in Twilight, you know, and Twilight is also superior. But like it's the whole like teaching. Are we all gonna fight in this live show? Because in the next live show, am I going to be alone?
Yes.
No, I'll be
Watch
here.
yourself.
First part is weird if he was 40. I agree if he was 40, it would be even weirder.
Yeah.
But
That's my thing in fantasy is if it gives old man vibes and too immature vibes, then it bothers me.
That's what happened with the movie. They did not cast Dimitri right in the movie.
Oh.
He was giving old man vibes, and I hated it.
I haven't seen the TV show, so I don't know who plays Dimitri there. Is he better?
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either, but I do want to watch it.
I've watched the movie,
have,
but not the full.
but I can't even remember in my head who it was.
Honestly, like teacher-student romances, like with Pretty Little Liars, Esther and Aria, I was all for it in TV show. Later, when I realized in the book she's 14, because in the TV show they do age her up.
Yeah,
then it's even weirder. Like, because why would a 20-something-year-old want to be with a 14-year-old? That's weird.
Yeah,
and that is not even like fantasy, you know, like because that is the world. So yeah.
Also, 14, you don't mistake a 14-year-old for a 20-something-year-old. 17 to 20, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe depending on like if they're
how they're dressed up, but
like Aria and Pretty Little
going at
Liars,
14.
it's not like a killer. Like she's not gonna be a fighter, maturing before her age. So it's a
I
bit
think
different vibe.
here too, it didn't feel like there was a huge power imbalance between them because she didn't really. I mean, she respects Dimitri, but at the same time, like she's fighting back, she's rebelling against him. Like I feel like she's taking some of that power back.
I don't know who this is, but this is who was in the show.
Ooh, hello.
Okay, so that's not bad.
No,
he's not giving old man.
Doesn't. No.
I agree.
And they are older in the show too. Like I don't think they're 14. They're.
I need to actually watch the show before we end this read along so I can give my tea.
I want to watch it too. I saw that it's on Peacock.
Ooh.
We love it when it's on the cock.
It's on the cock.
You know, another thing I was thinking about is how horny this book is. Like it's very horny. And I know that teenagers are horny, so I'm not against it being horny. But I was thinking more like if it was written today, would have been dubbed as a romantasy full of smut.
Yes, this was more horny, and I was reading one of the Ice Planet Barbarians books at the same time as this, and this was more horny than that.
So horny. After you move, Asta can catch them maybe, but I think they don't film it. They got cancelled, didn't it? The show.
Yeah.
But ironically, Cecilia, not that far up. The show wasn't the showmaker of the Vampire Academy show the same one as Vampire Diaries. The showrunner. Julie Steeplek.
Oh,
yeah.
I knew there was a reason.
So you're not far off here, Cecilia.
I wasn't losing it. I knew it.
For a YA, it is surprisingly horny because it's a lot
we're getting it from more than just our main character. Because we're seeing it with Lissa through her eyes. We're seeing it with the bad guys or the semi-bad guys.
That reminded me of like things. Oh, something that gave me the ick when we get to book 2.
What else do we want to talk about book one? I was thinking more like that spirit is revealed as an element, but like, granted, it is a reveal, but on another side, we already knew there was something weird because like we weren't in a world where we were used to it only being 4 elements. We were introduced to it already being weird. So it's not like it was like, oh my god. It was just like, oh,
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, that makes sense. Like,
yeah.
I think that's where I had forgotten like how unfinished the whole spirit conversations and stuff were in the book, because in the movie it very much ends with oh, we're all embracing spirit now and moving on, and it's a good thing. And in here we can see that Lissa's still struggling at the end of book one, and they're like giving her meds, like the parallels with kind of both addiction and mental illness out of the spirit, and the fact that they're giving her meds to suppress her symptoms essentially.
Yeah.
That was an interesting kind of approach.
Really liked that she used antidepressants as
a
method to help with that, like something that actually exists in the real world for treating these symptoms. I liked that the help that Lissa was receiving wasn't just like some magical thing.
And she was, I mean, because she was cutting too, like there was more than just, I mean, it was an outlet for the pressure she was building with the magic, but there was some decent mental health rep, I think, going on in here as well.
Yeah. Ask away, Kay. Ask away. I was just going to say, if you think about it, there's a lot of parallels from this fantasy book to teens relate to, like all the boys being horny on you and sexualizing you all the time, and like you know, like rumors about you being a slut. That's like very relevant things that teens go through, and then also like mental health things and being there for your friend, and like there's a lot of things that teens can take from this, and like. I was gonna say be bigger people, but maybe not, because I don't think that Rose and Liz are bigger people here. They are like they are throwing down the what's it called, hatchets? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
True.
It's true. So I want to talk more about the romance, but I feel like we need to go into book 2 to talk more about the romance. But I mean, do you guys like Christian and Lisa?
I like Christian.
I like Christian a lot.
I like Christian. I like him a lot.
I think he's good for Lissa, but that doesn't mean that I like Lissa.
Wow.
Yes, agreed.
I also feel like we don't know Lissa, the Lissa that Rose knew, because we've seen her while the spirit has been such a problem for her. She was abusing it. She was over influencing people. Like, we haven't really seen them as friends from before the accident, before she brought Rose back, before kind of, so it's harder to relate to the friendship in that
I think
regard.
that was one of my qualms with the series in general, is that having Rose peek into Lissa's mind is like a convenient way to put Lissa's perspective in this.
Yeah.
But then if we want to know her more, we should have just gotten her perspective, because then we can get to know her more. So I feel like that still has a disconnect between us and Lissa. Maybe that's why I still don't like her, because we're viewing it from Rose's perspective.
Maybe if we got like some flashbacks, maybe flashbacks would have helped some more of the history.
In my head,
there is a couple flashbacks in like the rest of the books, but not enough.
Okay.
I think I was gonna say, if it was written today, we would have gotten Rose. We would have gotten, obviously we already have Rose. Christian, Dimitri,
We had
Adrian.
Victor perspective at one point. Like
Yeah. What do you guys think about Victor doing and his reason logic? He wanted to be healed.
No.
I mean, because I'd read it before, it was predictable. I wasn't really thinking much about it because I already knew he was the villain and what he had did. But I remember thinking it was super shocking as a teenager, and like I was really into this plot twist. But now, like, I could see it coming the entire book through.
Yeah.
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 But I think
saw
like
it within the first third, I think. Because I was like, it doesn't make sense with anyone else. I'm like, oh, but Victor, he's dying, man. And it was like, once I saw that she was able to heal, I'm like, it's all coming together.
Yeah.
The fact
Natalie
that he
Rip.
turned Natalie, to me, that was a bigger surprise. Just,
Yeah.
but I mean, it made sense. They definitely set it up for her to be Daddy's girl and do whatever Daddy wants, and that part of it. But I felt like that was a little bit more of a twist for me.
Mhm.
And sad.
And so,
Yeah, very
Yeah.
sad.
Natalie just wanted to be loved. Don't we all?
real.
We all should just
And she
get
had
an
that
Adrian in real
potential,
life.
like
Yeah.
for them as friends too, and she just didn't have
Yeah.
enough time to realize that was a better connection than
Mm.
her father.
True.
And what do you think about how Kuroa and the Guardians refused to believe Guardians were the one who kidnapped Lisa? But I feel like they did believe her like pretty fast though. Like I didn't really think more on it. Dimitri was like, "Let's go," and they were like, "Okay."
I think they trust Dimitri
like
I think
more.
if Dimitri wasn't
More
there,
of a
they
fight.
probably would have taken longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I feel like there was more a fight about Rose being allowed to go than there was about
Yeah.
believing and going
Yeah.
after her.
I agree.
I think I mean, their world is so regimented. This is what Guardians do. Guardians protect like they don't do well at breaking their worldviews. And so
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense in that regard.
When you say your opinion of Dimitri changing, do you mean like you will like him less or you will love him? Like which way do you think it's gonna go? That's what I want to know.
Fair.
I like Christian. I think the trauma with Lisa is the perspective we get her from. And in book 2, Rose checks in on Lisa, but Lisa doesn't until the end.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like Emily mentioned, I think you get a different perspective of Lisa in the short stories.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to go out of my way to read some short stories that is published
Yeah.
later. I want it in the book.
And the,
Even
the
though-
short stories are also all set after the accident and everything happened, so you still don't really see how they were before.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
just you get to see the in between the accident and then them coming back to the academy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because do we really get a sense of whether she just accidentally killed Rose over one of her parents or her brother, or if it was because that's the person
I
she
mean,
reached out for, or could she not heal another Moroi? That I don't.
I think maybe
Well, obviously it
maybe
could.
she was sitting beside Rose and then crashed. The
Yeah.
others like die instantly, maybe, and Rose was the only one left alive. And Rose
Right.
would have died. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember because I do believe we maybe get more details about it, but I can't
Yeah,
remember.
we do get more details in Spirit Bound in the last book. So I won't
Yeah.
spoil it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys can read it.
Right. Right.
Also, in terms of world building, Spirit Bound is where it's at for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Creepy old man.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
think
I
it would have gone on forever until he drained her. I mean, at some point,
Correct. Yeah.
probably
Unless
would
she
have
died or something.
not. Yeah.
Well,
I'm really interested. I'm really interested to follow your journey with Dimitri now.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Now I'm curious at how mine's gonna change.
I feel like I don't have more thoughts for book 1. Like, we know the reveal was that they ran away because people with spirits powers usually go crazy, and that's why they ran away, so that Lisa wouldn't use it anymore. But what's happened?
And she was getting harassed like she is here also. Wasn't that Rose thought she was in danger? And
Yeah.
that was part of it
Yes.
too.
Lisa kept
But she
feeling
was
like
in
she was
danger.
being followed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was what was she called, Miss Carp or whatever? She freaked
Yes.
everyone out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What's happening? Oh my god. What's happening? I think
Yes.
she tried. Wasn't it mentioned that Rose was a bit compelled, but it didn't run away until a month later?
Yes.
Because she got interrupted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they not need vitamin D? I mean, they have strengthened a lot of things in their body, so maybe not.
Because they're stronger than the average human, so they probably don't need it like
Mhm.
as much as they're.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, nowadays most of us are vitamin D deficient because we put on too much sunscreen. So,
But without
just take their
sunscreen, you get
vitamins.
cancer. Okay, book 2, guys. What can I say about book 2? In book 2, it's snowy, it is wintry. we introduced more characters. That's what I really enjoyed about it. Like, we expand the world a lot. We have the aunt to Christian. I forgot her name. Tanya, something with
Tasha.
T. Yeah, look at me. And then we have Rose's mother showing up.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then obviously we have developments in the different relationships.
You completely skipped over the best character in this entire series. I mean, come on.
Whatever.
which is
Adrian.
Adrian. Yeah, do you not think I was getting to him? What do you even think of me?
I mean, look at her name.
Right, like you knew she was going there.
He's my
We're saving
husband.
the best for last.
Yeah, like interrupting me. And I feel insulted. I'm leaving. No. I was gonna say that in the expanded world we're like wanting to use magic to fight, and then like Rose's mother show up, so we have mommy issues, and then we have best friend issues, and then we have Adrian, who is honestly, he makes me cry every time he's on page. I want to cry. You know, I had a pencil case and I wrote his name on it with a heart. He
Oh
was
my
my man.
gosh.
Like Edward Cullen, Peter Millark, and Adrian. I can't say his last name. Ivashkov. I can't pronounce it.
Yeah, that
Those
sounds good.
three was the Holy Trinity, and that's all I got to say.
Well, we also had the plot point that the not Dampier. The
Strigoi.
thank you.
Strigoi?
Wow, that one. The Strigoi are killing the royal families. That kind of, is the impetus of this book.
I guess that is also important, but like royals dying,
kind of
Adrian,
generate
like,
the
what is more
storyline.
important,
Adrian is more important.
But they
Thank
wouldn't
you,
have met
Amberly.
Adrian if this hadn't happened.
Okay, but before we can say anything else, I want everyone to vote if we are Team Adrian or Team Dimitri. Because, Mason is out of the picture. So,
Yep.
raise your hand if you prefer Dimitri.
Island. Lone Island here.
Raise your hand if you prefer Adrian.
I'm undecided.
I need
And-
more books
Yeah, of
to
course.
fully
Yeah.
decide.
Yeah. I think Adrian has his time in the Bloodline series, so I'm not going to give him time in this series.
Honestly, a part of me
Okay.
doesn't want him to have a time in the Bloodline series because I know what happens there and I don't like it.
He is
I can't
such,
remember anything that happens over there, so I can't say.
he's
The
such
only
a good
point-
part of this series, even as like a supporting, not fully main character. Like, I was so happy when she put out Bloodlines.
I was
I
happy
don't think
too
you're at the
because he was my
table.
fave.
Did you finish the book?
I was gonna say Team Mason is on page 300, so that's where he is. Because
Right. So he hasn't left the book.
that is where Team Mason is.
Mhm.
Page 300.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just stirring up trouble. That's
Fair.
fine.
What
I felt
Lisa
bad
here.
for Mason. Does that count? Because he was getting fully used.
Yeah, I was not Team Mason. Like,
Was anyone Team Mason before Mason?
I wasn't
No.
even in the first book.
no.
I'll actually admit that I cried a bit when Mason died, but
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
but not like because I wanted them to be together, but it was because
Yeah.
Rose was so sad. So I was so sad on her
Yes.
behalf
Right.
because I knew it was going to break her. Like that was why I was sad.
I did appreciate that before that happened, she had made the decision she needed to call it off because it was unfair. Like,
Right.
like the just getting out of it because he died, that would have been problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would've
yeah,
been
yeah.
Great.
I was glad that she didn't actually tell him before he died, because then I would have felt like 10 times worse.
Yeah,
But I'm
Yeah.
glad she made the decision.
yeah,
Right. I'm glad she knew before.
yeah.
Agreed.
Lisa in this one annoyed the shit out of me because she just totally is a shitty friend, and it's like she's the meme of like, when your best friend gets a boyfriend and forgets about you. She's that meme. She made
Yeah.
Rose
Already
into the
giving
third
that in
wheel.
one.
Yeah, and yeah, but it's even more prominent in this one. And like she does not give a shit about Rose in this one. She only wants to go have sex with Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one point of view where she got sucked into her, that really grossed me out. Like just the entire idea of like being stuck in Lyssa's head while that was happening, it was just it was real uncomfy.
Yeah.
Like
I could
who
picture
wants
her
to
trying to force her way back out.
Right.
Just like, go away, go away. And obviously,
bad time.
Adrian has better abilities. I mean, his is dream based, not just random, but
Mhm.
hopefully that means that Lyssa will learn to enter people's minds purposefully, not just randomly reaching out and connecting.
And like I have no idea. Like I literally don't remember how this plot point unfolds in the book, but the vibe I was getting at the end of book 2 is that Adrian thinks that every spirit user should be able to do what he can do.
Yeah.
But it kind of sounds like the reality is maybe they all have different powers that they can do.
That makes sense.
I
But
could
there's
see
so like because his ability to connect in dreams seems to be very dream based, where Lyssa's people are awake.
And
So it
he
seems like they
didn't-
have similar stuff, but yeah,
He didn't
different.
seem like he had any experience healing anything either.
No. And that was her like go to even when she didn't know what she was doing.
Mhm.
Adrian
Yeah.
is my sad emo boy drinking himself into a stupor. I just want to hug him. I don't know if he's my child or my husband or both, but
That's disturbing.
Yeah, like,
no, I just mean like
Wild.
not
If
that
they're
actually when I
snarky
said
and
it
a
out loud.
smartass, I love them.
What?
I said if they're snarky and a smartass, I love them. That's just how it
Yeah.
works.
No, I do really love
Dimitri is like warrior, moral guy, who hunky man. But Adrian is like a little wimp, but he got that mouth on him, and sometimes a mouth is all you need. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yes.
Very true.
Oh
I thought it
God!
was interesting too. Like he doesn't really know what he has. He just knows he's different. He has different abilities, and you know, the using substances to kind of tamp that down. I think that made a lot of sense. Also, again, with the parallels with mental illness and spirit being very linked, and a lot of people using substances to try to self-medicate. That was all really well done.
But like to comment on this, I feel like Lyssa doesn't give a space for Rose to speak her mind. She doesn't ask how she's doing at
Yeah.
all, and it's
Yeah.
just like, as a friend, I feel like you should check in
Yeah.
and give them space to talk as well.
Yeah. Well, and I think
Um,
in Frostbite, it was very explicitly said a few times that she was trying to talk to Lyssa, and then something would come up on Lyssa's end, and she'd put it off. Like it was very explicit that she's
Stop.
trying.
Mhm.
I found it hilarious when they were at that party that Rose was invited to because she was second choice, and then Lyssa suddenly knew the answers to all the problems, and everyone is like, "Oh, this 17-year-old is so smart," and I'm like, "Do you all not have brains of your own?"
Right.
Speaking of that party, the events that took place there between Rose and her mom, what did everyone think about their dynamic in this book? Ow, I'm sorry, I had him shut out of my bedroom and then my daughter let him in.
No.
Yeah. I think it's complicated. I think her mom wanted to be a warrior,
Mhm.
and she loves her daughter, but she hasn't been a good mom. Like she didn't
Yeah.
raise her, and she wasn't there for her.
Yeah, she's very much an absent mom, and I don't know. I had no sympathy. I won't lie. I had no sympathy.
I feel
Maybe
like
that's
it's
just
kind
mom.
of also
Maybe that's
from an
just mom.
unreliable narrator standpoint, obviously,
Yeah.
because we're inside Rose's head, and like you can see and feel how she genuinely believes these views on her mom.
Yeah.
But like as an adult now, like reading it, I can also at times see from her mom's perspective, although she definitely does like way wrong decisions in some moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, she didn't really go into it wanting to be a mom. Like it
Very
was
true.
kind of pressured on her, I guess. And in this society, that's the way. And I almost wonder too if Rose's time out in the real world impacted her desire to have more of a like TV mom type of relationship, or if she had always been in the academy where everyone kind of has, or most have, this non-existent mother relationship, if it would have hurt less for her.
I could see that.
Mm.
I'm actually, did we ever get to know how old they are when they start the academy?
I'm pretty sure they go to school there all the time, like all the time.
Yeah,
But-
'cause
Like from
you
like when
always
they're 1
see,
year
like,
old?
little kids as well, like within the academy, but like somewhere
Yeah,
else.
it's because there's an upper campus and a lower campus.
Yeah, okay.
They make fun of Mia and say the little kids' campus is that way. Like you're in
Right.
both ways.
You can protect your more and call your daughter once a week.
Exactly. That's how I felt.
But also it's kind of like the same thing Dimitri's saying is like guardians can't have relationships because then they put someone other than their charge first. And the mom's almost doing that, but with a mother-daughter relationship too.
But like, even if you think about it, like she's complaining about her mother not having a relationship. But like, it seems like all the royals are put in this school as well. So none of them have a relationship with their parents either. None of the people in the school has a relationship with their parents. But Rose just feels this, I guess, extra strongly.
Well, the Moroi, they can go home on breaks and their parents can come and visit them. Where I mean, I suppose if your mother is a Dampier who lives in one of the blood whore communities, you could go there. But I suppose for those whose parents are guardians, you don't really get any sort of interaction, I imagine, much at all.
Yeah.
I remember that Dimitri mentioned, I believe it was either Vampire or the end or beginning of Frostbite, I don't remember, but that when he was being like raised, he was like, oh, I actually knew my dad and I actually like was kind of close to my mom because he was like one of the rare kind of exceptions to this rule. So which was interesting.
I saw this question as well. Where did it go? My chat is jumping. I don't think he's unconsciously healing himself because then he wouldn't be drunk, would he? You know, like, because like if they say there's always something in his system, because obviously I studied everything he said about Adrian, and then I feel like he's always high or drunk or something. Yeah, he beat up his dad. He did because he was abusive to his mom.
Yes.
He had a relationship with Tasha, but also his parents turned Strigoi and tried to murder them all or take him or whatever. So I guess they have a bit of a different kind of relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
What did we think about Mason going off to kill Strigoi?
It was predictable and so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
I actually, for some reason, thought that because I knew Mason died in this book, but I thought that they would be attacked by Strigoi in this ski place. I forgot that they went out, and then I thought that Mason would die in the fight, and then it would have been as sad. But then I realized that we actually go off and are idiots instead. So
yeah, I completely forgot that.
I always mix up Frostbite with Shadowkiss. I always do that, but we'll get to it.
But at the same time, she made it. She kind of justified their mindset a little bit because at the beginning of the book, when Rose went with Dimitri to the first house where they found all those dead people, before then, Rose also thought that she could take on a Strigoi. And then she saw that Strigoi had taken down this super mythic guardian who was like a god. And Dimitri had to literally remind her of what it had been like to go up against Natalie, who was a freshly turned Strigoi, and still get her ass kicked. And he really had to make her see that viewpoint. And no one had done that for Mason and Eddie. They're raised up to believe that they can do this.
Yeah,
and it's literally their job and their life's mission to be able to do this.
Yeah, I do understand, but why did they bring Mia? Idiots.
Right.
Well, Well, she had, like, if she knew they were going, she had the biggest motive because they had just
But
killed.
they
her
needed
mom.
her to give compulsion to the guards,
Yeah.
but at the same time, idiots.
But
It's
also,
also
I mean, Rose
important.
did a lot of growing up with this because seeing that and realizing how bad of a danger this is and how hard it is. Also, the guilt she's feeling over having told them where the sighting was or
Yeah.
where this information came from. I think that's a big growing moment for her too.
Right.
And the whole
Yeah.
situation becoming the impetus of them starting to combine the Guardians' fierceness with the magic of the Moroi, like, is a good catalyst too, I think.
Mm.
And I totally was not clocking it throughout the book. Like, you see that Rose is being overly, like, super emotional, and like she's doing all these reckless things that, like, you kind of, it was hinted at in the first book that was her personality before she ran away. So it doesn't seem out of place that it's happening again. It just kind of seems like a setback. But then you get to the end and they kind of connect the hints that they had put throughout the book of where she's taking darkness or whatever from Lissa, and Lissa's feeling better, and now she's the one who's acting all reckless and out of control.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a
Yeah,
good way to build tension.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about the ending when Dimitri and Rose is like, yeah, let's just bang? That's how it ended.
I knew they were giving it at some point. I didn't realize it was here and now for that reason.
Right.
Yeah, we almost died. It's fine.
Like, why not?
Yeah. I mean, I remember big plot points of the story. I remember very specifically how the whole series ends and things that happen in different relationships, like with my husband. But so, like, there's one certain thing I know is gonna happen that I'm actually not gonna say now, but I'm just like, it's so excited to read it now and know it is coming, because it's just like, oh.
See,
Now I'm intrigued. I was like,
I thought I remembered a lot more of the series than I did, because, like I said, I thought that what happened in book 1 took place throughout, like, the first 2 or 3 books before we moved on. So after reading book 2, there's only one super big plot point that I remember from the rest of the series, and I don't remember, like, anything else that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at too. And I've seen, like, little hints of the lead up to it, like,
Yeah.
discussions about it, but which I would have totally missed the first time through. So I'm curious. Yeah, I don't remember what exactly takes up 4 more books that keep getting bigger.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Like, I'm like, how much is gonna happen here?
After Frostbite, though, I'm really excited for the next 4 books, because when I was reading Vampire Academy, I mean, it was a good nostalgic time, but it didn't make me remember why I was so obsessed with this series. But rereading Frostbite, I really got that feeling again. Like, okay, yeah, I remember why I was so into these books.
What did you rate Frostbite?
I think I don't know what my initial rating was. It wasn't ranked on Goodreads. For some reason, I never had this one marked as read. Now I gave it a 4.
Because I gave both 4, but I was like, for Frostbite, I was like, if I give it 5, that's insane, right?
At least a 4.5.
So I didn't know, but I just felt like the whole, like, the plot line isn't that good enough to give it a 5. Just because Adrian is there, I can't give it a 5, you know.
No. The the first book for me was very much like nostalgia, remember, because it really is the movie, and the movie's like one of my comfort watches when I have no clue what to watch. I'll just throw on a stupid movie, and that's the one. So from now on, I'm at the point where I don't remember enough. It's going to feel new. So yeah, I'm curious.
Very fun.
What are your ratings, Vish and Cecilia?
I just looked. I gave Vampire Academy 4 stars and then Frostbite 4.5.
Nice. I'm thinking. So I originally gave Vampire Academy 4. Part of me is like 3.75. I don't know. Figuring that out. I was gonna give, I think, Frostbite 4.25.
Very
I was
specific.
hesitant to do a 4.5. I was hesitant, but still very much enjoying first time.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's just because like nostalgia has a big factor with the ratings for me at least.
Mm.
So it's definitely rated a little bit higher than it should be.
Yeah,
Right.
my critical brain is turned off reading these. Like I'm not, you know,
Exactly.
looking
I
for
find
the
it,
same
like-
technicality levels necessarily.
Right. I find it with these types of stories that I like that part of me just doesn't even show up. It's not even in the room. It's on vacation.
Yeah.
Or versus I'm like, you know, like these were, I read these just all of them on the beach, which was fun to read, interesting to read a snow book on as I'm like literally like about to go in the water, like while I'm sweating, but yes. Very fun.
I think the only reason Vampire Academy went down to a 3 from a 5 for me was because it wasn't as good as I remembered it. Like there's so much hype in my brain around that first book from before that reading it now, it didn't quite live up to it.
I think later books is definitely better because we get into like more world building and politics and, you know, being devastated. But we'll get to it. And I'm
Sorry.
interested to see what everyone thinks about book 3.
I'm curious.
I was not
because
okay as a teenager.
Frostbite definitely had a repetitive nature in the sense that we had just read book 1 and like it's reiterating the world building and this stuff, which is very valuable when you haven't read since the first book came out. And so I'm curious to see if that's going to be kind of an ongoing thing or if
It
it
is.
back off.
It
that.
is. It's one of the most criticized things of the series. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Is that she repeats what elements they have and what they haven't discovered these elements and who is what and who can make babies what. In every single book, she does this. And I remember
think in like the later book, she sticks to like the beginning part of the book.
Yeah.
And then after that should be fine, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I don't mind it because I think too, if it had been a full year since I read it, that would be useful. And it's a little info dumpy, but it's not. I mean, aside from the initial chapter, which basically sums up the entire first book, or prologue rather, like I didn't find it too info dumpy, but yeah.
I won't lie, I even read the first page of the prologue, and I'm like, oh, I see what this is. And then I skipped and I went to chapter 1. I was like, I don't know.
The prologue was insane in Frostbite. My editions don't have a series list. Which one is book 4? Like, all I remember is that book 4 used to be my favorite.
Blood
I don't remember why. I just know it used to be my favorite.
Yeah, book 3, 4, and 5 are elite for me. And the last one was whatever.
Shadow Kiss is 3, Blood Promise is 4.
Yeah.
Shadow Kiss is 444 pages or something, so it's already like 100 pages more than the last one. And Blood Promise is 493, so it's basically 500 pages, so it's already amping up a lot. So obviously I might start more than one day before.
Will you though?
Will I though?
200 pages of Frostbite in like 2 hours. I sat down and I don't know what happened. It was just over.
That was me. Like, if you see the notes I took for Vampire Academy and then this singular note I took for Frostbite, I like forgot that I should be taking notes. I was like, no, we're done. We're just gonna keep going.
Yeah, but I'm the same because I have so many on my list for Vampire Academy and have 2 lines for Frostbite.
Yep.
But I was going to say that the only thing that is sad about us doing 2 books of Liveshow is that every book ends a bit now going forward, a bit on an intense cliffhanger. So like obviously the book 3 cliffhanger is already over for us since we also read book 4. Like the book 4 cliffhanger we can talk about. But then like since we already know the results of the cliffhanger book 3 when we do our live, it's just a bit like, and the cliffhanger book 5 we will already know the ending in the live show. You guys know what I say.
Yeah.
I can't say something. Yeah. So that is like a bit of an negative because like we know the conclusion before we get to talk about it in a way.
Right.
But people have been very active in the Discord, so if you're not there, I
Yeah.
recommend joining because
Mhm.
people are really having a grand time over there, and it's really, really fun. So then you get more like a like as you're reading it experience.
Definitely share cliffhanger thoughts there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It'll be
Correct.
interesting to see thoughts.
I was gonna say that
I might reread it on audiobook, maybe book 3 and 4. We'll see how I feel. Because I don't know
I
if I want to
heard-
relive.
I heard for someone that the audiobook was bad, and I don't know if I want to listen to
We
it.
will find out.
They're
If
not
Right.
great.
Yeah, the
I mean,
one
they're
that's
old
fine.
audiobooks,
Yeah.
but I did, since they were rereads for me, I did do the audio, and they're not the worst.
I just really love book 3 and 4. So we'll see. I don't know if I want to relive that.
That's fair.
I was going to say, by
or
the
at
way.
least read the last couple of chapters of each one
Yeah,
to like to figure
Yeah.
out where
What
the
if-
I
end of
like
your head.
I skim these, so like I know what happens in each one, so I don't spoil anything. So I'll probably do the same for the other two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
You are the Vampire Academy expert in the house. I love that because it's usually like that in read-alongs. Like one is an expert, some have might read some before, and then there's always a few newbies. Cecilia, you're the newbie at this point.
Yes.
But I will need to comment on this that I feel more connected to Nalan as a teenager. Like same. Apparently, I think I want to be 14 again.
I would
Yeah.
rather
Like-
not.
Mhm.
Yeah, same.
I would
but
give
also-
a lot. I would give a lot to be 14 again right now.
You know what, actually, Sam, I was just talking about this the other day about how I'm tired of adulting and I would like to go back to my childhood because I did not appreciate it near enough.
No,
I'd
you
rather
never
be
do.
like 12. 12 was a good time before I had like the emotions of a high school, but still felt a little bit older than I was when I was like 8, you know? 12 was a good year.
I feel like 12 is too young. I'm fine with being 14. Because like then I'm starting to get old enough that my parents doesn't say no to everything. Well, I think you can. Like, I actually, surprisingly, from me, read these books so slowly. Like, you know me, I read fast. I used 2.5 hours reading Vampire Academy.
Look at you.
That's a long time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was like sitting like
For
this, like
you.
reading every single word.
It took me
Intense.
6 hours, but okay.
No,
Right, I'm like, it just took me like 2.5 business days.
Yeah.
Minimum.
uh,
Well, what I didn't
definitely-
realize when I went to go look for the books is there's a graphic novel adaptation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. My library
that's-
only has one of them, and it's not the first one.
have you read them, Bish? It seems like something
No,
Bish
but I
has
know
read.
they exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was curious about that, but yeah,
Interesting.
you'd have to actually buy them at my library. I think they either had I think they have Shadow Kiss. Like randomly, let's pick one in the middle.
Why
Kay
not?
hates a graphic novel.
Ooh,
Intensely.
interesting.
Interesting.
Horrible, rushed. Very
Yeah, I
hurtful
can't
review.
imagine, especially as the books get longer, how they get them down to
Yeah,
like
they
a
only have the
normal
first
size
3.
graphic novel.
They only have
Oh.
the first 3 as graphic novels.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like, we're not even gonna bother. Like, the
Yeah.
we probably weren't gonna.
Did you guys ever read the Twilight graphic novel?
I did.
The
I
art
did.
is gorgeous.
No, it's really pretty artwork.
gorgeous.
I was kind of surprised.
Yeah.
But my grandma
Either
owned
way.
every edition of Twilight, so I skimmed through all of them.
As
I
she
was-
should.
Really worried when we were starting the series that I was going to get the Twilight effect, where I was obsessed with Twilight when they came out, and then I tried to reread them as an adult, and I unhauled the entire series.
I
Fair.
reread Twilight last year, A New Moon, for my thesis. I wanted to write about Vampire Academy, but they weren't popular enough. And then now I'm rereading New Moon again, and I just reread Twilight. And it's less than a year since I read them last. I'm living my best life, honestly.
There you go. Good.
This is what I'm saying. I want to be 14 again. Because now I'm just reading shit. And it's not even fun shit.
Right.
You just need to stop reading newly released books and only read books that were published back when you were a teenager.
Yes.
But like,
Yeah.
but I need to be rereads because I feel like some of the things I read when I was a teenager that was released and I haven't read it before, then I cringe.
Yeah.
I read did you guys ever read House of Night, which is very relevant actually, because it came out about the same time. And it has a lot of reminiscent traits from both Twilight and Vampire Academy. Never read House of Night by
Maybe.
PC and
It
Kristen
sounds
Cat,
familiar.
mother and daughter pretending.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I loved those books.
I never completed all of them, but I have read a lot of them, and they became worse and worse as you go. They were very horny. There was a lot of like weird vampire stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really like House of Night, but it was a wild time.
Okay, I know the author. I've read some of her stuff more recently.
And there was the Daughters of the Moon series too.
I read this one.
Oh no!
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
talk.
yeah.
I hate it.
I did read those.
That was my Vampire Night. That was
Yeah.
my Twilight. That
Yeah,
was
same.
Vampire Night. What is Vampire Night?
Sorry, Vampire Academy.
I read the first one, and then I don't think I read any of the others.
I read the others.
I watched the movie last year, I think, the one that they released
there is a
a few
movie.
years ago.
I think
Yeah.
that was the first book I ever logged on Goodreads was Fallen.
Wow.
So this explains so much about you, Cecilia. Now.
It really does.
House of
Did you-
Night, the complete series, is the equivalent of a 1,600-page book. That's a rather long series.
It's like 10. How many?
12.
Right?
12.
Yeah, it's long.
Fallen. I read really late. I think I read it in 2019.
Whoa. Late.
It is
Very
late,
cringy.
right? I absolutely wanted to die reading it. Like when she goes to her computer and Googles like the dude's name, and then I find out what he is, I wanted to die. So yeah, I couldn't get it.
It's not great. I will not defend the quality.
No,
The
me neither.
movie adaptation was something.
Was also questionable. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I did also read Hush Hush. I also didn't
I
like
liked
it.
I loved Hush Hush.
No,
I don't think I know that one.
Fallen was enough for me, I think.
That's fair.
it was enough
think-
therapy for you.
The
Julia.
series went
okay.
downhill, but like
Yeah.
just Hush Hush was good.
Look what's lying right beside me, guys. Can't believe you all are hating on my love.
Sandra's next reread announcement in the first episode.
Right, we're doing
But I will be
I-
alone. I will be
Yeah.
alone.
I can't get behind Stephanie Meyer anymore until she gives me the rest of the Host trilogy that was supposed to exist.
Yeah.
God.
Until then, she will continue
Yeah.
to be on my shit list forever.
Yeah.
You're giving
I
George
did
R. R.
I
Martin
did
that.
really like Host.
I did like the host, but it wasn't Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully. But also probably why we didn't get the rest of the books in this series because
yeah.
no one knows the Host series.
Wasn't it?
Everyone knows Twilight.
Host was really popular. I really did enjoy it. It was just it wasn't Twilight.
Yeah.
I think it was really popular when it came out because it was Stephanie Meyer, and the movie was
Yeah.
actually good. I loved the
Yeah.
movie.
I did.
I think it's just that she never continued, so the hype died real quick because
Right.
there was just nothing to build on.
True.
Yeah.
It's 20th anniversary of Twilight this year. I'm hoping she will announce a new Twilight book.
Let's hope not.
I'm begging. Begging. Give
Maybe-
me more
maybe
Renesmee
she
and
can reissue
Jacob.
the Host and surprise, the other two are already written.
Did you guys see?
Have
Did you
it.
guys ever read the other one she released, The Chemist?
No,
It
because she
did.
never gave me the other Host books.
It is like a spy thriller book, and it's all about like this torturer that tortures this dude, and then he's just like, and she tortures the wrong one because she was supposed to torture his twin, and then he's just like, "Oh, it's fine," and then they fall in love.
Yeah.
And that is
Okay.
the book. That is the book.
I
Sounds
see why
great.
it's not as popular.
Yeah.
But I read it, of course, because it was
I'm
Stephanie
pretty
Meyer.
sure I read it. I remember nothing. It did not stick in my head.
Fair. Very fair.
Okay. Do we have more thoughts about Vampire Academy, except that Adrian is the best character in the whole world?
I'm excited to read books 3 and 4.
Me too.
Jinx.
Godspeed.
Jinx. I feel like there was one more thought, but it has slipped my mind.
Fair.
Well, for those who said they wanted to watch the movie, you are past the point of worrying about spoiling any of the books if you go watch the movie.
Mhm.
That's good.
Not sure about
How
the
long
TV
does
show.
That's what I was gonna ask. Where did the TV show?
The
like,
TV
stop?
show goes way off course with the plot
Yeah.
of the books.
Okay.
Like there's stuff in common, but
Mhm.
it's very much big differences also. So
Fun.
I feel like that's probably safe-ish at this point.
I
from
feel
what
like it's like the same with the Vampire Diaries movies and books, because they do whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
think Julie C. Platt gives a shit.
The movie very much follows book 1. There are
Yeah.
things that they bring in, like the using magic in the fighting that we got in Frostbite comes into the movie, and there's a few little things like that. But
Who's
I will
Tatiana?
say the
The
soundtrack
Queen?
for that movie goes hard.
Yeah.
Hey,
Who's the-
Sandra,
is this-
will you create a channel in the Discord for everyone who wants to watch the movie? We can talk about it together, because I think I'll rewatch it too.
I already literally have a channel that's called Adaptions.
Really?
Do you?
Yeah, really. I do. It's just no
We
one else
pay-
is keeping up.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
the queen is Tatiana.
I have one called Adaptions.
there it
I
is.
was planning to do a little watch along in my Patreon, but now it seems like a lot of other people want to watch it. So maybe we should do it in Discord instead.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
Maybe. I haven't decided.
It is still available. It's not
Found it. Thank
usually
you, Emily.
There
Because
we go.
like I usually watch stuff like through teleparties. I could create like a teleparty link for people, but then people need to actually have it on streaming. So I don't know.
Fair.
So I don't know. Ah, I'm dying.
Please don't die.
iTunes.
iTunes.
Oh no, I can't make KJ join the Discord. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
The movie from 2014, at least in the US, is streaming for free on Tubi, the CW,
Oh,
Amazon Prime, and Pluto TV.
All right, I got like 3 of those.
Same.
And in Norway, because no one is from Norway with me, it is available nowhere.
Dang.
Good
Don't
thing I
laugh
bought
at me,
it.
I can hear you.
Glad I bought it.
But I mean, we could just count to 3 in the Discord. 1, 2, 3, start, and then we all watch it.
Right.
The only issue is because people will be on different streaming services, the ads all hit at different times.
Don't
Just
watch it with ads.
I don't
I
think
have
you
it on
can
Prime.
avoid it nowadays.
Don't.
wanna
I have
pay
it on Prime.
Free ads.
Even Prime now, unless you pay extra, has ads.
I know.
It's true. It's ridiculous.
It's same with Netflix. Same with almost everything. You have to pay extra
Yeah.
for ads.
Well,
But
we could
it
find
can
a way
be
to,
you
like-
can be watching around the same time ish.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
hi and any spoilery thoughts, wait like 3 minutes to make sure everyone else is to that point, and then you can say them.
And then once
Well,
everyone's
there's-
done, we can have discussions.
Discord has spoiler tags too, so you can
Yes,
hijack.
That's
that,
true.
that too.
Yeah, I'm up for watching the movie next week.
That'd be fun.
I don't know if anyone else is.
Always
But
I
a-
am.
I'm down.
I could do next week.
What else would I was gonna say something, I swear, but like then we started to talk about the movie and now I'm lost.
Be distracted.
We should have like a weekly watch along of this TV series, 1 episode a week.
1 episode a week.
No, that was not what I was going to say. Seriously, it's really annoying. It has escaped me.
Just left you.
It was probably about Adrian. Yeah, it was about the Queen. She was kind of a bitch. That was all I wanted to say.
She was. Definitely.
Other
Yeah,
pro
I mean, we
check your
don't-
library for movies or DVDs. if you have that antique equipment in your home still.
Oh,
I
I
got to know barely anything.
We don't have a date set yet.
No, I assume it's going to be October, and now it is on Cecilia's channel,
What? I never agreed to that.
or we can do it on my channel. We can do it on my channel. It's fine. So it will probably be, I guess, either the 19th or the 26th, or unless we want to do a Saturday, so Bish doesn't need to die.
Either way, I'm dying, so it doesn't matter.
But then at least you can sleep in.
It's not how it works in here, girl.
You're right.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Oh yeah, a month. No, so it's like either the 18th or the 19th or the 25th or the 26th. Because it won't be the first 2 weeks because we need a bit of extra time. We're all old and
It's all right. No, we'll discuss it later. It's fine because I'm traveling on the 26th.
no, but then we don't do the 26th. Oh, but Kay, sorry, Kay, you need to be alone on your birthday.
No.
We will
I think
figure
I'm
it out.
celebrating my birthday the weekend of the 25th, so maybe between that and it's just
Right.
travel,
That sounds
we can do the weekend before.
I posted on socials. I scheduled a live show, and then like obviously Discord is the way to find out.
Cool.
I don't have anything else. I thought we would have nothing to talk about, but we had loads to talk about.
No,
Oh,
there was more to it than I thought.
We're yappers.
Because everyone was like, "There's no substance," and I was just like, "Oh my god!" So yeah, and then in next live show, we do the ultimate Dimitri / Adrian showdown.
Everyone wear your t-shirts.
There is actually this. We talked about like extra stories. I was going to say this. There is this Adrian short story you can read. I read that one. Nothing else. Just that one. That was the only thing I cared about.
Short story.
Yeah,
Figured.
it's about him being an emo boy as he is. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I'm saying actually official T-shirts. We should find them and wear them.
Are there... Or just color code. Everyone wears a certain color.
We need to start a GoFundMe so we all can get T-shirts.
So we can all get
Well, I think Dimitri feels just like we're black.
Yeah.
Like he's the black leather
But
jacket.
Adrian is also like an emo boy. He's not like black.
He'd be like blue. I don't know. Like
I mean,
I don't know.
This
He's
is
using a
horrendous.
lot of drugs or whatever.
What
He might be a little
is
more psychedelic. I don't know.
What is this? Not the movie, Dimitri.
yeah, I didn't even need a t-shirt, but I cast my vote. There we go.
There we go. I'll
Not
decide
the
next
movie,
time. Next
Dimitri.
time I'll make a decision.
Okay, goodbye. I'm ending the live. I'm about to die, apparently. No, I'm about to die. So we're ending the live show. See you next for these babies.
I don't have any.
And unless we all fight them, we never see each other again. Bye.